What up, fellas? What up, YouTube, man? What's going on? I'm gonna do a quick live tonight. It might be a monologue. I'm trying to see if my homies, my partner's gonna pull up. I know I'm a little bit late. I was on Casino for Life's channel, repping my Knicks as well as usual. And of course, what we have out in the streets, what we have out there. Oh my God. What we have out there is it was obviously another Knicks live that turned into a Knicks live when the Pistons played the OKC Thunder there, right? OKC play, I guess, set most of their stars, and I think it's a big four, and the Pistons won. Um, so whatever it is with the standing, whatever it is with the standing is what it is, right? So I wanted to talk tonight because I see a lot of people do. Again, I was questioning about why Karl Anthony Towns took 5 shots last night, and I think people look at basketball completely like this shot counting, right? When you play the game of basketball, no one can make you shoot. There is no program to shoot. Yeah, and what up, bro? What up, Bobby? Um, how does he get 5 shots in the game? I was just talking about that on Casino Channel, right? Because he's not aggressive. Part of that's on Brunson, who got to set him up for more shots. Part of that's on Town. I mean, on the coach. What up, Pauls? What up, Pauls? Part of that's on Towns, who needs to be more aggressive. Part of that's on the coach, who needs to draw up more plays, and part of that's on the point guard, who needs to understand, like, hey, Karl-Anthony Towns, you are my number two. I know I'm the leading scorer, I'm the captain, but I need to get you involved every night. Exactly, the coach, the point guard, and the player. And when we sit back and we look, like I was talking about Jordan and the Bulls, how somebody actually came up with this number that during the 6 championship runs, Jordan took 31% of the Bulls shots. And to the average person, that's a lot of shots. Why does Jordan take so many shots? Why? Because the best players take the most shots. That's how basketball works. If you play football, the best receiver is getting the most balls thrown at him. If the running back can run, he's going to get the rock. You give the rock to your best players, period. Now, I sat there Saturday night. I'm looking at the game as I'm driving, right? I got the game on one channel. I'm working with my other phone. Okay? Shaq, Hall of Famer, 4-time NBA champion, is telling Karl Anthony Towns, brother, in so many words, you need to be aggressive. You need to get mean out there. I said this on my video. That's what the Knicks need to do to win a championship. We need Karl Anthony Towns, who is very skilled, who was very skilled to be more aggressive, to take more shots, to understand that other guys out there can't guard you. I'm gonna say this right now: Karl Towns, I've always thought was a soft player. I keep it 100, but I always known is a skilled player. He needs to understand that there ain't that many people in the game that can guard him. I don't think there's anybody that can guard him, really. They'll be physical with him and they'll throw him off his game. But if this guy knows he needs to have some isolation, they need to have him on one side, Brunson on the other side feeding him, and him going one-on-one, throw a double team, get somebody open. Cade will take 30 shots. He is the Pistons offense. The best, and this goes for all basketball. This goes for all sports and hockey. You don't say the best, Jaromir Jagr or motherfucking Sidney Crosby, Ovechkin. I don't even know who's the man in hockey anymore, to be honest, bro. I didn't watch any of the Olympics. All right. But you won't get your best shooter the most shots. Somehow in basketball, we think this is egalitarian. You get 10 shots and you get no, we don't divide it like that. If you ain't ready to score the basketball, if you ain't got a game to get off shots, you ain't gonna get no shots. The fuck we do in here, man? If Josh Hart, he hesitates. He's shooting the best of his life from three, and I think he's scared of going into a shooting slump, so he's not aggressive enough. And okay, Josh Hart needs to be the fifth option anyway. He needs to be the cleanup guy. Same thing with Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson took 6 shots because Mitchell Robinson went and got 8 offensive rebounds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. The only deviation is you ride the hot hand. That's how the game of basketball works like that. You figure out it's a reactionary game. You are attacking the defense. But we sit here backing, well, this guy took too many shots. Well, this guy is a pass first player. He gets everybody involved. Lies. If that's the case, and I wish Hawk was up here, because he'll second me, is how can LeBron be a pass first player, Najee, if he took more shots per game than Kobe? Oops. Kobe's a ball hog, yet he took less shots. But see, y'all not listening to the story. That's why, Kobe has a season when he took 27 shots a game. You know why? Because he's Kobe fucking Bryant. Well, I gotta explain it to y'all in every goddamn basketball conversation. Yeah, I'm amped up because I was just on Cino. This is gonna be a short one tonight if my co-host don't come up. But why did Kobe take 27 shots on them seasons where he was averaging 35 a game? Because he's Kobe Bryant. Like basketball is not an accidental game. It's a game where you go at it, you have a game plan. And see, again, Karl-Anthony Towns takes 5 shots somehow. And shout out to All Ball TV, because I think I think sometimes it is a situation where Mike Brown really don't like Karl-Anthony Towns, and that's something he got to figure out, bro. We talked about that, pause. We talking about that in TikTok and all that shit. That's what it is, man. I'm going around the horn, man, having these conversations, and so many people get it wrong, man. That's how I know you don't play basketball. Some of these niggas, they don't play basketball. You just a fucking NBA fan. You don't even, like, if I put you on, the niggas that I be talking basketball with, if we went to the court together, I would just be looking at you laughing. And then now I'm going to, especially if I'm talking to some of these niggas that play, and I played ball with these niggas, I would see, you don't know shit about basketball. Why am I talking to you? Why am I talking to you? You don't even know the fun thing about basketball. And you got the nerve to be telling me about who shot the most. You know why you mad about somebody what to shoot? Because you can't get no shots. You a scrub. Ain't nobody passing you the ball. Yo, y'all, a lot of people do not understand the game. That's why another indication, when I bring up a role player, people don't understand the role players like a Rodman, like a motherfucking Tyrone Hill. Tyrone Hill was an NBA All-Star, so he wasn't even a full role player. But some of these guys, I bring up these obscure names, and they don't seem to understand. These role players help the superstar do his job. They don't understand. Irvin Johnson, Donald Royal. I mean, God could go next. Anthony Bowie's, all these niggas throughout basketball history, right? They played in the league, and they weren't 20 points a game scorers. They either help space the floor. They either set some good screens. I saw one last night, DeAndre Ayton on the play. Okay, so let's talk about the Lakers game, because I did watch that, right? I watched the last of the Laker game. I watched the end of the Laker game. DeAndre Ayton been catching shit all year, right? Even me, he catching from me. That nigga set a great screen to get Luka Doncic the ball wide open. Somehow, Luka, I guess he thought he was too far out, or I don't know what the fuck was going through Luka's mind, but he was wide open. He was taking that shot all day, and he hesitated. And he gave LeBron the ball. What LeBron do? Mr. Jordan, I'm better than. Oh Lord Jesus. And what LeBron do? Take a turnaround fadeaway out of bounds three to win the game. Michael Jordan would have never. Kobe would have never. First of all, you're down one. Why are you taking a third round fadeaway three to win to for wait when we only need a 2-pointer? Why are you doing that? Why are you not cutting toward the basket? Why you got a pull up game from 18? Why you need to take a turnaround fadeaway three? But you want to blame Luka. Now, Luka, you're right. Luka shouldn't have the brain. Again, but you know what? You know how I got here? You know how I got here? The role player. Right now, DeAndre Ayton, former #1 pick, is a role player. He set a perfect screen to get either one of these guys a shot. That's when I speak role players, sometimes that role player helps the star do his job. Luka had a wide open shot because DeAndre Ayton set a screen where he got both defenders caught up. He had both defenders caught up, and Luka had it wide open. Now, again, maybe Luka, because Luka ain't even shooting 33% from the three this year, as far as last I checked. He was under 33%, so maybe he was a little not confident in his shot. He was making it most of the night. I watched the game from the second half on. I was on 193 last night. Maybe that's the issue. But when y'all laugh at role players, when y'all laugh at guys that's not in the Hall of Fame, like, nigga, I talked about Shawn Kemp. These niggas told me Shawn Kemp couldn't play in today's game. Trust me, on TikTok. These niggas told me that Tim Duncan couldn't play in the game today because of commanding complex zone defenses. I had to tell these niggas, this nigga played 4 years at goddamn Wake Forest. You think Tim Duncan never saw a zone defense? Yes, pause. These niggas said, I said Rasheed Wallace. I said Chris Webber. These YNs, bro. These YNs. They don't know shit about the game. And half the time I realize I'm wasting my time too. But I'm the old head. I'm the OG. Good. I bet you I could beat half these niggas that I talk basketball with. And I'm about to be 47 on Sunday, man. They said Shawn Kemp. I went around all of Chris Webber, Derek Coleman. They don't understand how good Derek Coleman was. Young Derek Coleman, young DC, the lefty. They thought Derek Coleman was going to be the next Jordan, my niggas. Y'all don't understand this. Yeah, I might go live on Sunday, bro. I might go live on Sunday. But they don't understand. Derek Coleman was mad talented. Him, the #1 pick in 90, and then in 92 and 91, it was LJ. They don't understand this, man. They don't understand. Derek Coleman was 6'10", could shoot, could handle the ball, could take you on post. That's what I say. The forwards of the day, and I was telling them, the power forwards today, they even smaller. You only got 3 guys over, like 5 guys over 6'10" who was starting. No, shout out to a guy I watched last night, Paolo Banchero. He's 6'10" with mellow skills. Now, something going on where he ain't taking off. I don't know. Maybe he got to leave Orlando. But again, you talk like Paolo. They said Jermaine O'Neal couldn't play today. They said, they said Jermaine O'Neal could play today. Sharif Abdul-Rahim. I named all these powerful. They don't even. These niggas don't know nothing about. Bro, I don't think I get to the point where these young niggas don't know how good Sharif Abdul-Rahim is, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. That's why I'm on here, going live real quick. Again, this is a shortened version of 10 Toes Down. Hey, Herm, since you talk, you want to pull up? Since you talking shit, I'll drop the link. We could talk hoops. Bring your man Swish too. But this is all like we counting shots like that's the way the game is played. We counting shots like people go in the game thinking this guy gonna get this many shots and that guy gonna get that many shots. It's not how it works, man. That's not how it works. Big talk. Oh, Hawk, you in the back? Where you at? I don't see you. Oh, let me see something. Yeah, nobody's in the backstage as far as I know. Oh, wait a minute. Am I hosting here? Yeah, I am hosting because I started the live. But this is like I'm telling you, man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. On TikTok, I'll be holding it down. Like I gotta go on TikTok more often. Because TikTok is easy to attract the audience and the crowd or whatever. But I have to say this, man. Like this shot count, like what? I gotta talk to these bum ass FYF and stupid ass Johnny, and I literally like y'all know better. Why are y'all shot counting? It's all good. It's all good. Pause. Okay, Hawk. Yeah, man. I might just be going solo. JB said he just got off of work. Maybe when he get home, he'll click the link or whatever. But bro, a lot of y'all really need to learn basketball. Like I said, in no other sport where you say, "Oh, he passed the ball to Randy Moss too much." You go to your best player. That's the literal design. If Kobe need to take 60 fucking shots for the Lakers to win, then Kobe's gonna take 60 shots. You know what? Y'all gonna really litigate this shit afterwards? Fuck we talking about? But meanwhile, LeBron's a pass first player. Shout out to Hawk. How Kobe a pass first? How LeBron a pass first player when he took more shots than Kobe? Explain that. When the last time LeBron took less than 15 shots a game? Pass first players, in my opinion, they take less than 10 shots a game and they get about 8, 9, 10 assists. LeBron only got one season where he get 10 assists. Come on now. Being a willing passer is different than being a shot first player, pass first player. They don't even know what they talking about. They just be regurgitating shit they heard. What up, Hearn? Hold on, wait. I see. I can't hear. Hold on. I think I gotta change the. Y'all can hear me, right? I'm sure y'all can hear me because I see y'all commenting. But somehow, I gotta change the audio. Hold on a second. Where we at? It don't look. 1 second. Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. What up? Hey, Herm, you there? All right, hold on. All right. Okay. Let me see. But yeah, this pass first. Now everybody see the thing is we play a different game where everybody shoots, right? Because everybody gonna do is shoot threes anyway. They don't nobody got a mid-range game. And I keep saying this, right? If Karl-Anthony Towns had a mid-range game, he would get more than 5 shots.
I'm disappointed in you, bro.
What up? Oh, okay, I hear you now.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in you, man, because
how you disappointed? You always coming up here criticizing.
That's why I'm disappointed. Why we waste times on bums for? That's what I want. That's why I'm trying to.
You know why? Because all I wind up doing is having bums in my lives. But bums are everywhere. That's the problem.
But I'm just saying though, you could just focus on the Knicks and talk good and just talk good hoop. You ain't got to focus on the bums.
Okay, so I am. Okay, so I was just on Casino Stream. Hold on. I was just on Casino Stream, and I actually talk real basketball. They asked somebody put a super chat asking me, and that go to Cino. They'll go to me. I ain't get a super chat yet from this motherfucker. But they put a super chat to Cino asking me, why don't you talk about what the Knicks need to do? And I said, after all that shit talking, that's what I did. I said that Karl-Anthony Town have to be aggressive. I sat there when Shaq said it. I said Shaq is right on the money. And can this nigga listen to a 4-time champion, a former MVP, one of the 10 greatest players of all time? Can he listen to it? Is he hungry enough? You gotta go be mean. See what I'm saying? When they asking me, because then I go in a live last night. Talk about your Knicks. Why Karl-Anthony Town he got 5 shots? I didn't know he had 5 shots. I watched the game. I thought he took more shots. Over the
Man,
course
can
of
you make
watching
a
the game,
promise, man? Can you make a
what's the
promise,
problem?
man?
What's the problem?
Just stop talking about Jay
No, I'm gonna
Reed,
talk
man.
about. But first
Stop
of all,
talking
I'm gonna
about
talk
Jay
about
Reed, man. Jay
talk
Reed,
about
Jay
who?
Reed is not worth talking about anymore, man.
Who?
Who cares about
Jay Reed.
LeBron? Who cares about the dumbasses that jock strap sniffers for LeBron? Fuck them too. Just talk
Okay,
good hoop king, bro, and
but
talk
that's
the
what
New
I
York
do,
Knicks.
homie. Everywhere I
I
go,
don't
that's
I don't
what I
want you
do.
worried about the bums no more, man. You don't
Okay,
need to
but that's
worry
what I
about them no
do.
more.
That's what I
Fuck the
do. And
bums.
when the bums come to my space, I'm gonna set them straight. That's my brand over here,
But
bro.
but but nah, but why set them straight if they don't even have a voice? They can't even recognize defensive coverages. They don't even know what take place at the game.
But that's everybody now,
They
though.
ain't
That's the
even they,
problem.
they, ain't- they
Hold on,
ain't
hold
even
on,
experienced basketball.
hold
Them
on,
niggas
hold
can't
on.
even make 3 jumpers in a row.
Hold on.
Hell, them niggas
Okay,
can't
you're
even
right.
make
You're
three
right.
left-hand
You're right.
layups in a row. Why
You're
focus
right.
on them
Because I
bums?
was on Cino's panel, right? I was on Carcino's panel, and no, I'm sorry, All Ball TV. They play Shadea Boomer K. Stephen A. Smith is a bum, and it's fucked up because, like, honestly, I think Stephen A. Smith is an innovator as far as a content creator and radio and sports personality, right? But he's a casual. He don't watch basketball. He don't know who's on these teams. I guarantee you, Stephen A. Smith, the lead NBA analyst or whatever he calls himself, can't tell you 5 Detroit Pistons who are the #1 seed in the East. I bet you he still don't know half the goddamn OKC roster if you asked him. You understand what I'm saying? And meanwhile, they got platforms to sit there and talk about teams and mislead everybody else. That's what I'm saying, bro. People come into your TikTok live, they'll come into your comments, they'll come into my comments, they'll go on the tickets comments, everybody, whoever else. And again, yeah, they're fed by your daddy, one of your daddies, FYF, and his bum ass. Okay, I'll call it up because I don't like what they did to me last night. Hey, bro, come into the live. Hey, bro, here I got a question for you. I start answering. 3 seconds in, I get muted. What kind of bullshit that is? But meanwhile, this nigga mad steaming because of Johnny just got on and went viral by the 19-year-old Jake again. 19-year-old Jake made that nigga look foolish. Who got more MVPs, LeBron or MJ? Or Johnny? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Like, nigga, you this is the problem. And see, the funny thing is that'll work for Johnny because the stupider he is, the more notoriety he gets. I ain't
Nah,
trying to
but
be
but
that
but but
nigga.
but here's the thing though. You think so, but they really don't though. I mean, you
Well,
gotta
I
you
agree, but
gotta understand the algorithm. You gotta understand certain things. A
I
lot of a
understand.
lot
You're
of the
right.
bums, running to TikTok because they wasn't getting the shine that they expected to get on YouTube. So a lot of the bums run to TikTok. But here's the catch. Here's the catch with TikTok. It's hard to run it up there because if you really not in with the nuances, if you really can't break down the game, you ain't gonna get the type of notoriety that you expect to get from now.
And
So
that's a fact.
so so
And
so
that's a fact.
the real niggas know who to tune into, the real niggas know who to listen to, and the real niggas know who are fanboys or who just love the game of basketball. So that's why I tell you, stop worrying about the bombs.
Okay.
I
So
go on there.
let
I
me ask
go on
you.
their shows sometimes just to troll them and cook them here and there and get them in their hypocrisies. But I don't get emotionally attached to neither one of them because I know they don't know a damn thing about basketball.
And that's a
I
fact.
don't hate them as a person. I wish
You're
them
right. That's
well.
a fact.
Hell, I hope they do make a lot of money. But I know they not because they don't know a damn thing about basketball. So I'm
And
not
that's
gonna
a
sit up
fact. So
there
I agree.
and waste my
Agree.
energy and get mad with niggas that don't know shit about the game.
And I
And really,
agree. And I agree, but that's what I'm saying. But wait, like I said, so that's on one end, right? And you see, Lamont's a wannabe. He a wannabe expert, and the Johnny is a wannabe shock jock. I get it, right? And again, again, shout out to them because I do fuck with them too, just to troll because I know they easy to beat in a debate, and the only thing that equalizes they goddamn mute button and controlling the narrative and putting words in your mouth. So I already from peeped their game. Everybody peeped their game. Everybody peeped their Chat GPT game. Shout out to Big Shot Bo. He took a screenshot of how Lamont will put at the top of his Chat GPT, Lamont LeBron #1. And so he's already feeding Chat GPT a bias. So no matter what you put out there, his shit gonna come up LeBron #1. And that's his old little game. We been peeped it. I saw it when a nigga sat there and ignored what his screen was saying when it literally said the Sixers were one of the first teams to do load management. And he said, no, the Sixers weren't. Joel Embiid wasn't a load management player. He missed the first 2 seasons with a broken foot to heal like after like 2 months.
Yeah,
He could have
yeah,
played.
yeah.
They chose to set him down.
But you
You
want
know
you
what I'm
want to you want to know something that I hit a lot of these bums with, and let them know like I take a lot of things from what their peers say a lot because end of the day they experience playing against you guys. They understand how it is to play on the NBA level and they understand what goes into it. So when I hear a lot of the former players, I know Gil and them do certain shit just to troll to get clickbaits and all this shit. I understand that. But for the most part, how NBA players talk, they gonna give you you'll get a consensus view of how they view the game, or who they feel is the best to ever play, or who they feel are the top-notch players of all time. So you go get a general consensus of how they feel, and unfortunately for your damn LeBron fans, most of the consensus still believe Michael Jordan is the best player they ever seen and the best player to ever play the game. So end of the day, is your word valuable? A motherfucker that never played the second in the NBA, or the guys that played on the court on a high level, on the highest level possible, guys that experience of what it takes to be on the court, and guys that understand the game, the NBA game more than us, cause they been in the NBA game. So end of the day, guys will ignore the nuances when it comes to that, because that's why they do turn the stats. That's why they do try to go with these analytics, because that's the only way they could express how good their player is. They really can't break it down film wise. They really can't break it down of what they see on the court. So they all they gonna do is be biased and use stats and analytics to try to push forward the agenda. So that's why I don't waste your time with this shit, bro. Fuck them. They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
the thing, right? And this is the thing. I'm just addressing it. I'm addressing it because, like I said, I'm sick of seeing it. But okay, you're right. You're right. I've been giving this advice before. Ignore the dummies, right? Talk to people about, and I said I'm tightening up my circle. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm in here trying to get a little traction and all this. Again, I said this is 10 Toes Out podcast. I'm here to talk the game the way it's supposed to. I ain't gonna act like I'm no big expert or I know X's and O's and all this shit. I know basketball. I know fundamentals. I understand, like I said, niggas telling me that Tim Duncan, this is what King Angel and some of these same hanger-ons, they wind up the same chats that we be in, they be calling, because that's one thing about me. You call me out, I'm gonna pull up. You ask me a question, I'm gonna answer it. A lot of these guys, like I said, they don't understand basketball. Like if I watch them play basketball, I see you in it, bro. You don't even know how to play. You don't even know the basic. You don't even know the basic shit. So why are you telling me? I'm not acting like I was a superstar or anything, but I understand the game. Like you a nigga that would be picked last anytime we on a basketball court. If picked at all. Oh no, sit down, nigga. No. You don't know what you're doing. Get out of here before you get hurt. And you talking basketball. You telling me how Steve Nash on fucking efficiency and all this shit is better than Iverson and stupid shit. I mean, again, like I said, player comparison, right? If you need a point guard, I'm taking Nash. If I'm picking first, I'm taking Iverson because I know that I get a point guard and a scorer. Now, if I need a point guard, I'm taking Nash. It's a matter of preference. What your team needs. So there ain't no right answer for some. But if we're gonna sit there and talk about who's the best player, that's why I say even these debates, this player is better than that player. It's boring to me, man. Like it's boring to me because I understand the game better than that. I understand the game better than that. If I could sit there and just go to a basketball court and I have all these NBA greats that somehow on the court with me, I'm picking the team based on what I think is the best strategy to win. And go. And again, the only way you could sit there and settle a debate is go out there and play. Go out there and play. So if Michael Jordan and LeBron James in the same era, well, his team against we never settled the Kobe LeBron debate because they never played in the playoffs. They only played in games. Like that 16-6 record don't mean shit. Knowing full well, many of them came when Kobe was old and LeBron was with the super team Heat. You ain't beat them. You ain't beat the Lakers when Kobe was going to 3 straight finals. So
You want to
what
know
are you talking
why?
about 16-6?
You know why? You want to know why I call most of these nigga bums? Because they don't understand the first thing you learn when playing sports is to compete and do anything you can to win. They don't care about the
Bingo.
stats. They don't care
Bingo.
about none of that. The first thing they teach you is to compete and to find a way to win. You know what I'm saying?
Bingo. So that's what I'm
And
saying.
a
If
lot of
Kobe
niggas
took
forget that.
43
So
shots in that
what's the
game, right? If
what's the
Kobe took
point? What's the
43
point?
shots in
What's
the
the
game,
yeah?
because the game called for Kobe to take 43 shots. It ain't because Kobe was a shot chucker. It because maybe Lamar Odom wasn't getting open that night. Maybe what's the name was Brick Cole and Kobe was hot. That's the game is played that way. It's played. The reason why, because people ask me why Karl Anthony Towns took 5 shots. Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers were closing out on Karl Anthony Towns. And again, I don't understand it because, again, Karl Anthony Towns is better than a Jared Allen, and Mobley can't guard him. So part of that is Karl, realize who's on you. Stop passing the ball out. Stop trying to be a playmaker. Go out there and let motherfuckers make them adjust to you. You adjusting to the defense. And as soon as you adjust to the defense, that's what happens. The defense got you where they want you, and they got you smothered. The Knicks were taking most of their shots against the shot clock last night. I don't know how many times we took a shot. Josh Hart had to throw up something with 2 seconds on the shot clock. And I'll be having to explain it to some of these dumbasses. Like, bro.
Nah, but some niggas are so biased and so willing to push forward their beliefs on you, they're not gonna listen. They're not gonna be open minded. So you're not gonna get a lot of great dialogue when trying to express what's going on out there on the court. They don't even want to have the dialogue because guess what? All they worried about is pushing their beliefs. So
Yeah.
you're not gonna
Yeah.
get honest basketball conversations. So that's why I tell all the bums, if you can't keep the same energy, you can't keep the same energy with everybody. I really don't want to talk to you because I cook them all. I don't give a damn who it is. You know what I'm saying? But
No,
most
you
of them
know
can't
you
do
talk
that.
about how some people that played the game, people. So then you got people that play the game when they had a little podcast and shit, and they talk the game. They talk it in the most simplistic fashion. Like it's like you played the game, but you were just because you were good at. Like put it this way, Jeff T. His podcast. Sometimes him and his boys they be talking the game, and it's just like yeah, you played and you understand the game a little bit, but I don't see no real analysis. You're not explaining the game the way a basketball fan might need the game explained it. You're just talking basic narrative shit. Now, on a contrast, I see Lemon Pepper Lou Williams. I saw Lou Williams break down the Knicks, right? And he didn't do it in a trolling way. Everything he said was exactly what I'm thinking, and I agree. And he said, hey, look, the Knicks right now are not playing. You can see, and I say this is right now, the Knicks are not playing like with a sense of urgency. We're playing like we're already that team. And it's like right now he's not panicking. He said because he knows what the Knicks can do. Look, we've seen the Knicks drop 100. We've seen the Knicks drop 80 something on the San Antonio Spurs. I think the Knicks had like 70 something points on the New Year's Eve game against San Antonio Spurs in the first half. So you see the highs where the Knicks can be against an elite, like a good team like San Antonio, and you see the lows like last night. We scored 11 points in the third quarter, and so you see where they can be, and it's just a matter. He saw it out there. The Knicks ain't really playing with a sense of urgency. We're not moving the ball. We're not being aggressive. They playing a little scared. They being hesitate to pull up. They're not playing with a purpose, and that's part of this basketball 101.
I don't think y'all have the toughness that you guys need to get over that hump to me. That's why I think you guys lack to me.
Uh-huh.
Um,
I can agree to a point. I can agree to a point because it's a take.
I think you guys got to find a way to awaken Jordan Clarkson back up too, because he haven't been himself as of late.
Well, yeah,
He,
he ain't
he
even in the rotation right now.
yeah, he really has
Actually,
played. He really has played bad in the year 2026 so far. So you got to
yeah,
somehow get
he
him
was
back
good at the
acclimated,
beginning of the
get him back
season.
going.
Yeah, he was good at the beginning of the season. He played better defense than I expect.
Yep.
But yeah, right now he's been outplayed by Alvarado. Alvarado's coming in. Alvarado's that fighter, right? So he's one of those guys. Sohan
That's why
Sohan got
y'all
shot
needed him. Yeah, that's why y'all needed him for sure.
just for size and all that and shit like that. But that's what I'm saying. Like the Knicks are kind of playing like, oh, okay, we're gonna wait to turn on the playoffs. And I agree, we ain't that good to be doing that shit. We're not that good yet to be doing that shit. We really need to like kind of. It's like, yeah, you could see we just don't have that swagger yet. Where we're gonna come out and we know we can if we execute our game plan, we can go out there and get one. So because again, I've seen the Knicks score 140. We did right before the All-Star break, we beat Philly by 50 points. I know Embiid didn't play, so the fuck what? Embiid is always hurt. Baxi was out there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just it's ups and look. The season going look. Your man LeBron James went on the Mind the Games podcast and said something about pillows. Pillows on the road. That's why I say, bro, y'all sit, them dudes go there and they sit there and they speak up for LeBron James. They got the nerve to open his mouth to say, I ain't got my mattress is not comfortable on the road. Nigga, you stay in 5-star hotels. Okay? Like I said, you can go, you should have a nigga store runner for you. Go, they got them little mattress pads. Nigga, what the fuck are you telling me about your mattresses on the road? You are a fucking billionaire. And you telling me you can't get comfortable stays on the road? Get out of here, man. But that's neither here nor there. It's just so much rhetoric, man. And again, look, at the end of the day, it is about the playoffs. It is about, like I said, how you playing in June that matters. I remember, look, if you remember last year, the Minnesota Timberwolves, right? They were under 500 going into March 1st. And one of the reasons when back when I was coming on FYF panel and he didn't think I knew the game. I said one thing I said coming into the playoff because everybody was on the Lakers jock last year, right? And I said y'all caught Minnesota. If you go and look at Minnesota, I was telling them this. Nobody wanted to hear me. They think I didn't know what I was talking about. I said look at Minnesota since March 1st. Since March 1st. March 1st, I think Julius Randle came back from his injury. Minnesota was 18-4 to end of the season. They were in the play-in, and in the last game of the season, they got the 6th seed, and that's when the Lakers caught them. The Lakers were riding high. Oh, we're the 3 seed. We had a great year. Oh, Lakers the 5. We're going to beat everybody, but we're going to beat OKC. And what happened? I said, y'all caught Minnesota. Y'all don't. Since March 1st, the Lakers were 11-12 or 12-11. They were playing mediocre ball with Luka Doncic and LeBron. I know they was in and out of the lineup, but y'all got Luka Doncic, and it was hitting it first. But from March 1st on, y'all were 12-11.
I'm
Minnesota.
surprised you ain't. I'm surprised you ain't bringing this up. The possibility. I don't know why I feel this way, and I don't know why I feel like the NBA is going to let it happen. Because I do believe the NBA want to set up for LeBron to get his 5th championship in his final year.
Uh-huh.
I think that they go void Kawhi Leonard's contract with the Clippers, and he was signed with the Los Angeles Lakers, and
Bro.
they will promise him that, man, you do this favor for us to come to the Lakers, we gonna give you all the money you want.
Well,
Just
first of all, if they did that, the league would absolutely need to be fucking investigated, right? Because again, right, regardless, why is the Clippers? First of all,
I
the
believe
Clippers.
that too. But I believe that's what they're going to
People
do though.
people feel like the Clippers gave James Harden to the Cavs, right? Already, like
They
even
did. They did. They did.
okay, so that's one problem. But now the Clippers are going to give Kawhi Leonard to the Lakers. Are you kidding me? But even then, right? I don't think Kawhi Leonard fits the Lakers' need.
Yes,
Is good as
he actually that's the fucked up part. The fucked up part though, bro. He actually do though. He
you
feels
know
the
exactly.
void that they missing right now. They
No, you
missing
know
the
what I think.
two-way
No, but
guy.
no, I
They
get what you.
missing that.
I get what you see though. I get what you see. Yes, he is a two-way player, but the problem is he's a little up there in age now, and he's not. They need a
King,
young.
you want to know what else gonna happen? Because
Yeah.
see, I don't know you've been paying attention. LeBron and Rich Paul been bigging up Kawhi Leonard a lot lately,
Oh, I
and,
know. Oh, I
and,
know.
and I'm telling you this now. You remember what Michael Beasley said when he was on the LeBron diet? He never was injured. They
Uh
gonna put
huh.
Kawhi. They gonna put Kawhi Leonard on that LeBron diet too. So the
Well,
things
hold
that
on. Quick question though. Are the Lakers under the second apron? Are they under the first?
now,
The
but see,
second
but
apron?
see, but see, they void the con. Let's just say they void the contract next month, right?
Uh-huh.
Kawhi Leonard just could sign for the minimum, and going
Yeah, but
into
still.
going to the off season, depending upon what happens in the playoffs for the Lakers, then he could go for the money and get whatever
Hold
money
on.
he
Oh,
wants
no,
in the
I get
off
what you're saying
season.
though, but hold on. There's a rule. There's a rule with the second apron. Because look, we had
He
if
could
it
sign
wasn't
for
for
the
Doc.
veteran minimum. He could
No,
sign
no,
for the
but even
minimum.
still, no. Well, here's the rule. Because even with that, if you over the second apron, you can't sign a buyout guy who made more than X amount of dollars.
Nah,
That's
but he
why.
he he
Oh
wouldn't
no,
be a
listen, listen,
buyout guy
listen,
though. He wouldn't be a
listen.
buyout guy. He's a free agent. His
Yeah,
contract
no,
void, and he's a
no.
free agent.
Oh, you saying void the con? Even then, voiding
Yeah.
the contract don't give him the right. So the Lakers still don't have the right because even if they void the contract, he still is in a certain category where he made a certain
Nah, but
amount of
he's
money.
a bona fide free agent then though.
I
So
don't know. I think
they could get him.
first of all, the
They
league
could get him.
it would look fishy.
Think,
It
think,
would
think,
look
think,
mad
think, think
fishy.
about think about what happened with Joe Smith in 2000. Same situation. He could have
Oh
went
Lord,
anywhere he
see that's the
wanted to
problem.
anyway.
That's the problem. And see,
Yeah,
the league
that's
better
what
be
I'm
careful.
saying.
Like I said, the way the league can't be doing shit that look improper because the league has you're gonna have a class action lawsuit from all these gamblers because there's a lot of allegations that too many games is being fixed out here. And if it's any smoke that the games are being fixed, and you got people gambling billions of dollars every day, millions of dollars every day, multi-millions of dollars every day, and people are losing these bets, some of these bets, and we found out that the league is fixed. Oh, it's gonna be hell to pay. It's gonna be hell to pay because you can't like people are betting thinking these games are actually like not fixed, right? So why some people losing? Fuck, that's why I ain't never get into that gambling shit like that. But people, you know what I mean? So there's a point. There's a point to that, man. There's definitely a point to that. So yeah, JB ain't pulling up. I got the little man in the background. I just wanted to get some things off my chest, and that's what again, like I said, I'm gonna step this game up, bro, because I'm one of the dudes. I'm not a bum. I know the game more. I just think yeah, I do be um having conversations with some of these guys. I'm like, yo, you don't know basketball. Why are you talking about basketball? You regurgitate, and that's why I wanted to get on YouTube. I wanted to get a platform because these niggas be regurgitating what they see on ESPN, and these niggas on ESPN, like I said, Stephen A. Smith, you a bum. You don't watch the game no more. Yeah, you was a good narrative. You was a good storyteller back in your beat writer days. You got a good personality to command an audience, but you don't know the game, bro. You know, like I said, that guy can't tell you 5 Detroit Pistons. But yeah, he's the lead. He's the lead. Well, they had him as the lead guy for ESPN, but I
And
stopped
the
watching
league,
him.
hey, we seen the league chief for your Knicks at 85. we seen
Oh
we
man, you still, bro? Okay, so they cheated for us at 85. Why the
We
Knicks
see,
ain't
we
win
see.
another
Now,
lottery?
now, well, to make sure y'all get Patrick Ewing, but we seen the league. We seen the league cheated for the Lakers and the Celtics for all them decades. Do
Hell
you know they cheated for the Lakers and the Celtics all them years,
Hey,
especially
I
in the
remember in
'80s,
'93.
especially
Hold on, somebody
especially
was
in the
asking about the
'80s.
lottery, right? Do
Yeah,
you remember back? So back in the day, used to have a lot of they used to have a lottery machine like the New York, like the Lotto. You know
yep.
how the ball comes out of the thing. That Orlando in 1993, with the year that had Shaq, right? Shaq after Shaq's rookie year, they had one ball out of like 70 something,
And they still got them.
and they got the number 1 pick. And I actually saw that ball. That's when they actually showed the lottery ball coming out of the chute. And they had one ball and they got the goddamn first pick. Come on, man. I know they've been fixing lotteries for the longest,
Yeah,
man.
and for some reason, bro. because they know controversy sells. I just got a feeling that they trying to do everything they can to create that controversy and to create news around the league. And what's the fucked up way to do it? To award the LeBron James fan base to have something they could brag on, even though he wouldn't even be the best player in that championship.
Yeah,
So
but I'm gonna disagree with you on Kawhi because I think they need a young. I think they need a young athletic guy. See, problem with the Lakers is they got too many slow-footed white boys. Now they can shoot, but they can't guard nobody. Look, JJ Redick, right? Why it was Luca before JJ passed up? Before Luca passed up the shot. Luca was the guy guarding Paolo Banchero. Why are you guarding Luca? Why are you guarding the best player on the Magic with your worst defender? I thought you was the new Pat Riley. How is and see you're in LeBron James? He's the best capable defender, especially with his athleticism. That's why I say they need a young body. They like Kawhi Leonard got that degenerative knees. They need a young. Now I know he still can hoop. And remember, there's only one basketball. You're gonna have Kawhi Leonard, LeBron, Austin Reeves, and Luca. Who's giving up shot? And then you got DeAndre Ayton who's supposed to get
hey,
some.
but
See,
they so low down though, bro. I kind of see the play, man. I hate it though. I just
I
kind of
know.
see that shit.
Oh, it would just basically make the league look like fools. Like, how are the Lakers, how is Steve Ballmer giving up a superstar to the Lakers at this point? Like, what is that? And then look, you know what? In the long run, the Clippers need to break it down and rebuild again. They got a new arena and all this shit. They need to break it down and rebuild again. They need to get younger. They need to accentuate
But
young
see,
stars.
I think they'll repay Ballmer because they did get a draft pick. They get some draft capital back. They'll mess around and let the Clippers get a number 1 pick in one of those drafts, though. So I
Jesus
think they'll
Christ.
repay
See
him
what I'm
that way
saying?
if they was to do that favor. So I can see it, man. It's shit lining up, man. When you got Rich Paul, LeBron, keep praising Kawhi Leonard, and they never did that ever. They doing that shit for a reason. They doing it for a reason, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it's a young man's game, and this and the third. I just when dudes told me Tim Duncan couldn't play, and again, I'm not. Me and you, we're not the biggest Tim Duncan fan, but if you to sit there and say he can't play in today's modern game, Tim Duncan would smash these dudes. That's the problem because there's so many goddamn soft. Like they don't understand back in the day to be a power forward, to be a center, you had to have a certain amount of toughness. You had to be able to eat elbows and you know what I'm saying? Cats will come in and throw the little elbow or the little, slap at you to box you out. You had to eat that. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't have you gonna get some black and blues on your body playing in the NBA. A big 6'10", 6'11", 7'1" guy, boxing you out and elbow you and put. You know what I'm saying? Now these guys can't handle that. They can't handle it. Like I said, I was surprised that screen that Ayton set on he set to get Luca free. I was like, bro, this guy set a real good screen. So shout out to whoever the big man coach is, because I ain't never see Ayton doing fundamental shit like that. And that's why I say when they laugh, when I say a role player's name and these dumbasses start, I'm like, bro, all you know is superstars. You don't know shit about the game. I got guys. I sit there. I go. Y'all talk about the '90s all the time, and I'll tell you who played in the '90s. I'll tell you all these guys that played in the '90s. You don't know who the fuck I'm talking about. Shout out to my man. What's the name? I forget. Bronx Born. He brought up Tom Gugliotta. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, Gugliotta was nice. Oh, good. Gugliotta, like I said, y'all always talk about Jordan's competition. Tom Gugliotta could ball. He was 6'10" playing small forward for the Washington Bullets. Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Gugliotta was a walking 20, 28, and a 6'10" guy can shoot the three. But they'll tell you Jordan had no competition. They'll tell you the league is bigger, faster, stronger. How the league bigger, faster, stronger? If I go and look at the power forwards of today, and they all smaller than the power forwards of the 90s. You don't got no 7-footers playing power forward no more. You had 7-footers playing power forward back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? You got the average, you got guys at 6'6" playing power forward. You had PJ Tucker playing center for the Houston Rockets in the playoffs. But the league is bigger, faster, stronger. Where's the proof? These dudes don't know what the fuck they talking about. Like, the small forwards are all shorter. Jordan playing against shrimp midgets. I'm just, like, there wasn't no shooting guards. What, Calvin Chaney, Stacey Augmon? These dudes were 6'8". Steve Smith, 6'8". Penny, 6'7", playing point guard. What are you talking about? I'm telling you, this is crazy. Kendall Gill, 6'5". Nick Anderson, 6'6". Now you got guys that are 6'3" playing shooting guard. I get it. You get Cade Cunningham, 6'8", playing point guard. You get Luka, 6'6", playing point guard. But that's because they're not even real point guards. They're really a small forwards who got the ability to run the offense through them. They're not point guards. Luka is too shot. He hunts his shot too much to be a true point guard. He just got the ability to distribute. That's a lot different than being a real point guard. Yeah, man. You know, so, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of shit going on. I just wanted to really get on here and go live. And so I'm going to wrap it up. Shout out to JB and Hawk. I know they had to work tonight. Hey, I just got out the snow. I'll be working in the morning. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, like I said, it's always a privilege to talk to you guys. Shout out to Hearn for coming up and actually having a conversation with a brother. You know what I mean? T Perfect. You know, listen, I'm still mad I took that L to King Shy because King Shy went up there and fucking lied. Hold on, let me address that too. King Shy actually said the Lakers had a successful run under LeBron James in the 8 years he did. And I go to King Shy's TikTok live, and I just so happened to be scrolling. Like, I didn't go there the 3 seconds into his live that I could hear. He said Dwayne Wade was a loser before LeBron got to Miami. Wait a minute. We had a debate where all you did was refer to a championship 6 years ago to tell me that LeBron James has had a successful Laker era, right? All you did, pause. Yeah, man, we can chop it up, bro. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm here. I'm here for sure. All you did was say LeBron James won a championship in 2020. LeBron James won a championship. Yeah, the Lakers were mediocre last year. They got knocked out in the first round, but LeBron James won in 2020. LeBron James won in 2020. But you called Dwayne Wade a loser before LeBron. How does that make sense? How could Dwayne Wade be a loser in Miami when he won a championship 4 years before LeBron got there? But you're referring to a championship that happened 6 years ago to tell me LeBron James has been a successful Laker. Make that make sense. It's the next thing what y'all do. Y'all not consistent. If Dwayne Wade is a loser, then LeBron James has been a loser in the Lakers uniform. Because I'm sorry, Dwayne Wade has a real NBA championship. He played like he had a legendary finals performance. And even as a rookie, he got the team to the second round without Shaq. When they got Shaq, they got to the conference finals the first year. Then they won the championship the next year. So how is that a loser in LeBron James and his one finals and one conference finals success? Come on, man. But that won the debate. Y'all get out of here. Y'all get out of here with that bullshit, bro. Yeah, Shy getting called out too. That whole group over there. And the thing is, right, I say this because I know Herm gave me some good advice on just ignoring them bums. But the thing is when I come into streams, right, they call me out, they start calling my name, and that's how I am, bro. You gonna call out my name, you gonna say what I'm about. I'm gonna pull up and I'm gonna have a basketball conversation, and then I'm gonna try to embarrass you. But of course, what do? They go to the Zesty Name calling. Juan Boy, calling me out of everything on my name, and all we doing is talking basketball. I'm not on your level. I got more TikTok followers than you, blah, blah, blah. Nigga, you didn't even know you don't know shit about, you want to bring up the 92 Dream Team. Talking about how Jordan took the most. Mind you, there's another one. There's another reason I'm doing this show. Jordan took the most shots on the Dream Team. So the fuck what? You act like the nigga took 20 shots a game. He took like 9 shots a game, 10 shots a game. Everybody was eating on the Dream Team. Did the Dream Team struggle? Oh, that's because they had no competition. They had competition. Those teams, some of them teams were NBA. Man, I'm not even going to, because the more I explain that to them, when I see this, when I look at all those rosters for the USA, you know how I know? You know how I know this? Because back in the day, we used to have the Sega Genesis game, like the Bulls versus Lakers and the Bulls versus Blazers. I had the USA basketball. And I get bored with playing with the Dream Team, so I'd pick Australia. I'd pick Germany. Germany had Detlef Schrempf and E.J. Blag and another point guard I used to play with. I'd pick Croatia. I'd pick Yugoslavia with Vlade Divac and his team. They didn't have I don't think Sabonis played. They didn't. For some reason they didn't put No, he wasn't on Lithuania. I'm sorry. They had Sabonis Lithuania. I'd pick Drazen Petrovic's team in Croatia. They had Croatia. They had Drazen Petrovic, Zan Tapak, and Kukoc on that team. These guys played in the NBA. Australia had guys that played in the NBA. So if you want to talk about that, then know what you're talking about. As I told Juan Boy, I go through the rosters, 61 of the players either played in the NBA or played high-level NCAA Division I basketball. Which, if you understand, the reason why they were not in the NBA, because until the NBA allowed the team to form because they had a ban, the owners would not let the players under contract play in the Olympics, right? The owners wouldn't let their team play in the players play in the Olympics. So once the Dream Team came, the ban for guys playing in the Olympics, that's why the foreign guys didn't come, because they would lose. It's more important to them to play for their team in the Olympics than it was to play in the NBA, because why? They could make the same money playing at home as they would in the NBA. And then they could play for their country. So unless a player was going to be a superstar, they didn't come over to the NBA. At that time, only Divac, Petrovic, Kukoc. It took Kukoc 4 years to come. Marcelonius. What's the name? Again, Arvydas Sabonis, they was trying to get him in the NBA since the mid-'80s. It never made sense to him. He would have had to leave Russia before Gorbachev and them got. They don't even, bro. Like I said, these guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because I was alive when it was. We still had the Cold War. They don't understand none of the politics and none of that. But I'm gonna wrap it up here because, like I said, when I told Juan Boy, this nigga head was spinning, dumbass nigga. But anyway, I hope I don't get no warnings of restrictions or anything like that. But I had to speak my mind. We'll keep this show under hour. Fellas, thanks for rocking with me. I'm glad, like I said, I'm gonna do more shows coming soon. And peace. Salute, guys.